Do you find that there's never enough time to get everything that you want to done in a single day? I don't think you're alone, everybody feels like that. Especially if your job is involving some form of selling. So whether you're specifically a salesperson or you own your own business, it can be very challenging to do all the other things you need to do, as well as what is actually important when you're in sales, and that is selling the product that you have or the service that you have. So what I've come up with to show you today, and the PDF of this document will be attached to this video, is a to-do list that will help you spend more time in contact with your customers. So this here is the to-do list. Like I said, this will be attached to the video so you can have a look at this in more detail. You can get it and print it off every single day, and you'll find it a fantastic resource for helping you spend more time speaking to your customers. There are some statistics out there that say that salespeople, on average, spend just 6% of their time speaking to prospects or customers. In our eyes and in many people's eyes, if you're not speaking to customers in sales, you are not working. 6% is not enough time. So we need to have a look at ways how we can improve that for you and how we can help you improve that. For most people, it's just the managing of their time and to be disciplined to do the right things at the right time. What we aim to do with this to-do list is make you focus more on the proactive side of your job rather than being reactive, which is a big danger for anybody in any job, but particular if you are sales focused. So what we do on this sheet, as you can see, we split your time between customer contact and non-customer contact. So what you do, and first of all, when you do a to-do list, you should always do it the last thing the night before. The reason for that is that you are at your most energetic and your most enthusiastic first thing on the morning. The vast majority of people are anyway. Studies again prove that. So what you don't want to be doing is wasting your time doing a to-do list at your best time. So you do it, the last thing you do before you leave the office or you finish that day is do your to-do list for the next day. So what you do again is you split your actions between customer contact and non-customer contact, or the proactive and reactive, whichever way you want to see it. And then you set yourselves specific times in the day to carry out each actions. What I would do is set 10 a.m. till 12 as customer or proactive time, and again 2 until 4. So what you've got there is 4 hours each day where you are doing proactive work. So that's a huge increase on the 6% which the majority of salespeople are doing, and therefore making the mistake. You can really perform a lot higher if you do this. So if you're doing 4 hours of work every single day where you are speaking to your customers, so that may be on the phone, it may be face-to-face, it may be at networking events, it may be via email, it may be via LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever it may be. There's all sorts of different areas, and you know your job, what works well for you. But it's all about spending that time proactively contacting customers. The other times, so for me it might be between 9 and 10, 12 and 2, and after 4 p.m. I will be doing my other stuff, which is generally administration type of work. So what we find with a traditional to-do list, that a lot of us will have a long list of things that we're doing in a day, and we often do the easiest or the most fun things first. So what happens is that proactive work, for a lot of us it may be cold calling, always gets put to the bottom of the list. And because the vast majority of us never complete our list every day, it doesn't get done, or it doesn't get done enough. So by using this, and the biggest and the most important thing about this system is it requires discipline. It takes you to create a great new habit, and that's what we believe in a lot of Elite Edge training. So to do that, you need to make sure you do it every single day for a month, for a working month. Once you've done that, and it is difficult, it becomes a lot easier and you get used to it. Now obviously each day might be slightly different to take into account internal meetings or what time you work in, whatever it may be, that is fine. I would advise you look for around 50% of your day to be proactive work where you are speaking to existing customers, potential prospects, LinkedIn, networking, whatever it may be. So have a look at the document and print it off each day, well, the end of each day, ready for the next day, and you will really notice a difference in how your pipeline increases because you're speaking a lot more to potential customers. Hope that helps. If you do have any questions about it, do feel free to drop me an email. All my contact details are there. You hopefully can see them on the bottom of the screen, or if not, my email is info@eliteedgetraining.co.uk. So any more questions about it, how it works, but hopefully it's fairly self-explanatory. The key is the discipline that you show, and I promise you, you will see an increase in your results.